Alright, hopefully you can see this HVAC, people. But the original call was on this box here, 2-2. The customer complaint was no heat. So I just turned the power back on. As you can see, all three stages of heat is calling for cool. This like a thermostat. The front end basically a thermostat. This can be W1, W2, W3. So like I said, I'm troubleshooting with the tech inspect, the ECM motor. So this is going to act just pretty much bypass it, because the motor supposed to have high voltage at it at all times. So I'm gonna hook this up to my transformer and press the on button, and the fan either will kick on or not kick on. But like I say, when I start out, I get a no heat call. That's the first thing I start at. Just make sure that it is calling for heat, which it is. My fan is rotating. Like I said, I already diagnosed the unit, but what's happening is the fan is not working. So I put the ECM tester, the tech inspect, on the motor, and it did not turn on, and I had high voltage at it. So I purchased a new motor, and I put the tech inspect to that motor with the high voltage harness on there, and the motor came on. But this just ensures me that it's not a control issue, that it's definitely the motor. Good tool to have. I paid $100 for it. Let me go to the points here. As you can see, I do have the heat overridden, but all three stages of heat is on. I got CFM to the motor. Oh yeah, like I say, the fan is running, so all this doing to let me know that it is at least calling for heat. So that'll make me go find the fan power box 2-2 and troubleshoot from there. When I open the fan power box up, it has a relay going to the fan. I had voltage going to the fan, but the fan was not operating. As you can see, it's rotating here, so it's calling for my fan, G, like thermostat, but the fan is not working. So like I say, this right here comes in handy. Drop the bottom of the unit and hook this up, and the fan did not turn on, so I called it as a bad motor. And like I say, a few days later, I got the new motor and did the same exact thing, and that's what I'm showing on the video, that I tested the new motor exactly the same way the motor came on. So this right here just I mean, and you can also diagnose the voltage on the pin. This comes with a book, or you can get the book online, and it'll show you the harness that's on the actual unit, what kind of voltage you should get coming out the pins. But why go through all that trouble trying to stick a little sticky leads in the pin and trying to find out all these different pin voltages, when you can just hook this up and press the on button, and like I say, if it turns on, don't turn on, you got a good or bad motor. If the motor does turn on, when you hook this up, you need to dig deep into your controls or look at your pins and try to find out why you're not getting the correct voltage to the controller. You may need a new controller or something like that. But all right, everybody have a good one. Like I said, I'm making this video, this particular one here, at the end, but I think I'll put this at the front to start it off, because like I say, this is where you should start your troubleshooting at the front end or your thermostat to make sure it's calling. All right. Oh yeah, another thing, I think I'm gonna show an airflow switch that reads the static pressure. If it's not sensing that static pressure that your fan is moving air across the heat would not work. Like I said, I got these overridden to auto, well, overridden to on. You see they turn red. That also let me know that now it's not calling, the heat should not be on. But when I override it, it's just letting me know that I'm calling for heat. So, like I say, this is my W1. You see my heat scripts illuminate. Alright, that's it.
Alright, HVAC people, I'm gonna do a quick review on this tech inspect to check ECM motors real quick. This the old motor right here. This the new motor. I've been ordered, I've been diagnosed, but I just took it down. But I'm gonna go to the front end real quick. Just show you how I eliminate the controller and see if it's the actual motor. That's the air flow switch that I was speaking about. It's not reading it static air pressure. The heater not gonna turn on. So I'm gonna kill my power. I'm gonna check some voltages. This is the high voltage going to the motor. So I always have my high voltage at the motor. See, I got 283. So I got my power off. I'm gonna go ahead and this the motor that I already diagnosed that's bad. So I'm gonna hook high voltage up to this one. See if I can pull it over a little bit. Alright, got the high voltage hooked up. Hook up the tech inspect to the low voltage. It comes with 2 harnesses. Pick the harness that'll fit. Snaps in. Got it in the off position. When I get 24 volts, this should turn green. All right, turns green. Still got my high voltage at all time at this motor. So this is going to eliminate my control. The tech inspect is acting like the controller is giving me my signal to turn the motor on. See, I verified that I have high voltage to it. Power. This is the new motor here. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm just gonna hook my high voltage up to the new motor. I'm going to click the. That's a good motor, so like I say, when you're in real time, when I do it, I mean, that just because you don't want to change the motor out. That's the tech inspect, so I'm gonna take this one out. Take that motor out and put it in. The camera low, so I'm not gonna be able to record it, but one man can do this because it has the little hooks on them. So once you get this motor out, you position your ladder and hook it in there, and I think hook probably about six screws. 1, 2, 3. Tighten it up. Close the bottom up. Good.